Good morning, boys and girls in first, second, third of ESO. It's great that we're all together this morning. Of course, primary have already finished, but we're still at school and the holidays are just around the corner. So this is our final assembly for secondary this morning, and I've got some really important announcements for you. So please stick with me, listen carefully. I'm going to give you one or two tips for the holiday and make an important announcement first about our house competition. You can all see on the screen, everybody, that our house day at the beginning of the year in September started when we split into houses, welcomed new members, and took those lovely photos on the stage. We've worked really hard, especially in confinement, in order to keep the competition going as positively as we possibly can. And actually, that has brought new possibilities for creativity in order to make sure that we have new house events and a calendar which I think is really impressive. Just last week, for example, the House Olympics, which took place, included both primary and secondary. Also, throughout the year, we have had art competitions, creative writing competitions based on values, photography competitions based on nature and kindness, as well as the sport competitions which you played earlier in the year to do with badminton and basketball. Then you were asked to take photographs and art representing happiness, kindness. The musical soirees were completed. 2 of them in school and 2 of them online. Big thanks for your effort for making sure that they all took place. And of course, the life skills competition that took place too, as you racked up house points for helping at home during confinement. Your video clips were really impressive. We now have Microsoft Teams channels for each house, and therefore the captain's roles to cajole and encourage are now gathering momentum, and hopefully they will continue next year. I'd really like to encourage you, first, second and third of ESO, to take on your house spirits with as much enthusiasm as possible, because it's meant to be good fun and there's lots to do and really, really enjoyable when you do well. And also, of course, you learn to lose gracefully and you learn to win with pride. That sense of house spirit, I hope, continues next year and goes from strength to strength. So the announcement that I have to make this morning is that the runners up, second place in the house competition for 2019-20 is St. Patrick's with 64 points. Alberto from 6th of EPO was a fabulous captain, and he's worth a special mention. He did a great job at encouraging everybody to do the right thing and take part. St. Patrick's, well done. You have pushed the winning house all the way to the finishing line. However, you are not quite the winners this year. Great effort from St. Patrick's, but the winners this year for the house competition with 80.5 points is St. Andrew's House. Well done. A big round of applause to everybody in St. Andrew's for your effort, your participation, and your willingness to get stuck in. What does that mean, everybody? You should now see the history board of titles for the house championships. With St. Andrews as the winners in 1920. That means with the 11-year history of houses, St. Andrews have now clocked up 4 titles, just edging ahead of St. George's and St. Patrick's. Both houses have 3 championships over those 11 years. So well done, St. Andrews. At the moment, at least, you are the most successful house. I had the pleasure of going to Lola's house last week, the house captain, of course, and she was delighted. She did say and pointed out that the captains have not done everything. I have had great helpers who have helped me at all times. I would like to thank everyone who has taken the time to dedicate to helping our house. Thank you. The future of St. Andrews is in safe hands, as little Pablo also lifts the trophy. You'll see that trophy in the cabinet, of course, with the blue ribbons of St. Andrews in September. The other captain of St. Andrews is Dimas, also in primary. He says, I'm very happy to win, but he addresses you in secondary when he says, the trophy is down to the effort of all members of St. Andrews House. Thanks to all that participated. So good work from the captains, but above all, well done to St. Andrews. I know that the other 3 houses are all applauding virtually via our computers and wishing you congratulations and well done. We've done really well to get to the end of the competition. Now, everybody, let's move on I'm going to talk to you about such a relevant value at this time of year, which is freedom. In a day or two, you will have freedom for the next couple of months as you head into the summer holidays. Such a wonderful time, and I would like to talk to you about freedom and what it really means, as well as honor, in order that you take it on in the right spirit. If I asked you whether you needed money to feel free, for example, what would you say? If I asked if the more money you had, the more freedom you have, would you agree? I want to talk to you about the difference between time and money. When asked what's the biggest mistake one can make in life, the Buddha replied, the biggest mistake is to think that you have time. But don't get confused. Don't get confused between freedom and being free, not costing anything. Time is free, but it's priceless. You can't own it, but you can use it. You can't keep it, but you can spend it. Once it's lost, you can never get it back. Therefore, time is actually more valuable than money. You can get more money, but you can never get more time. Steve Jobs, who founded Apple at the age of 21 and tragically died at the age of 50, said, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Think, everybody, how are you going to use your time during this summer holiday? There's good news and there's bad news. The bad news is that time flies. Before you know it, you'll be back in school in September. But the good news is you are the pilot. Just like the back page of the inspirational magazine I read recently, life is like a bank account. Each day in your bank account of life are deposited 86,400 seconds. We would never waste it if it was euros, if it was money. So why do we waste it? Just because it's time. Those seconds are much more powerful than euros, because you can always make more euros, but you can never make more time. Inside of us, there are two voices. One voice that wants us to uplift, expand, grow, to be optimistic. Then there's another one, which is full of doubt, which restricts us and makes our potential to grow more difficult. Every day when we wake up, think, which is the voice that you listen to most when there's a battle in your head between both of them? Guess which one wins? The one we listen to most. The one that we pay attention to. It is our choice of how we use our time. Life teaches us to use our time well. So you have to have some experience of life in order to understand how important time is and how to use it best. William Shakespeare said, time is very slow for those who wait, very fast for those who are scared, very long for those who lament, and very short for those who celebrate. But for those who love, time is eternal. In summary, from the Buddha to Steve Jobs to Shakespeare, time is free and it gives you freedom. How do you want to be remembered at the end of this school year? And how are you going to use your 86,400 seconds each day until the end of term and over the summer holiday? Ask yourself, and please use your time as well as you can. If I asked you now, if you agree that it is an honor to have time and it is our duty to use it well, I hope you would agree, raise your hand in agreement, and look forwards, of course, to your summer, making sure that it is productive and that you're able to rest and relax and recuperate, as well as learn new skills and have a really good time. I'm going to go backwards now on my PowerPoint, and because today, this morning, I would like to summarize very quickly, very briefly, the work of the Responsabilidad Social this term. First of all, is it possible for Don Jaime to join us? I know that he was having some difficulties connecting earlier. Is Don Jaime available?
Lo tenemos por aquí, Mr. Wright.
Sí, lo que no sé si se me escucha.
Sí, te escuchamos. Fantastic, Don Jaime.
Perfecto.
Fantastic, you're with us now. So,
Okay.
Don Jaime, can you see the screen?
Sí, perfecto. Gracias, Mr. Wright.
Okay. So, Don Jaime has kindly agreed everybody to join us today in order to give a quick summary of the wonderful work of Responsabilidad Social throughout this school year. So, Don Jaime, over to you.
Perfecto. Buenos días a todos. Vamos al último empujón, chicos. Estamos en el último día y vamos a terminar de una manera un poco solidaria, o vamos a intentar que el último o uno de los últimos sabores de boca, junto al de Miss Navalas y al de Mr. Wright, sea tomar conciencia de todo lo bueno que hemos podido hacer en el campo de la responsabilidad social, de la solidaridad, y que ese regustillo se nos quede dentro para que durante el verano pues podamos seguir haciendo acciones solidarias. Ahí tenéis las 3 jornadas que hemos hecho. Hemos podido hacer 2 de esas 3 jornadas. Hicimos el Día de la Discapacidad el 3 de diciembre y recientemente, junto al Departamento de Ciencias, hicimos el Día del Medio Ambiente con las 3 charlas que tenéis ahí. Una charla de un veterinario, otra charla de acción contra el cáncer y otra charla de la asociación Galgos and Friends. Y desgraciadamente pues no pudimos hacer el Día de la Felicidad, que estaba programado para el 20 de marzo y cogió justo en la semana clave del confinamiento, y aunque estaba todo preparado pues no pudimos hacer nada. En segundo de eso, bueno, con luces y sombras, para el año que viene intentaremos darle pues se hará llegar a la respectiva asociación. Respecto a las campañas, igual, teníamos 3 programadas, una por trimestre, solo hemos podido hacer 2. Hicimos la campaña de juguetes en la primera evaluación, ahí tenéis a todos los alumnos de primero de ESO que participaron activamente en ella. La campaña de Navidad, de venta de dulces y recogida de kilos solidarios, que la hicimos con los alumnos de bachillerato, y no hemos podido hacer la campaña de latas en conserva, ya que al no estar presencialmente pues era muy difícil llevarla a cabo. Otras actividades que no se han podido hacer y que esperemos poder hacerlas en el primer trimestre del año que viene es la actividad de los cerditos que se hace con primero de ESO, Pick Me Up, los cerditos que se decoran y se venden para la asociación Adiscon, el voluntariado que hacíais en tercero de ESO en el hospital, que esperemos lo podáis hacer con el Departamento de Ciencias y con la comisión el año que viene, y la carrera solidaria, que también está ya programada para la primera evaluación del curso que viene. ¿Qué es lo que sí hemos podido hacer a cambio? Pues hicimos 2 actividades, yo creo que muy bonitas, muy chulas y que fueron pues solidarias y sobre todo de una actitud de agradecimiento, ¿vale? Con cuarto, sexto, primero de su primer bachillerato hicimos una primera idea, que era escribir una carta solidaria, y tenéis algunos ejemplos de las de primero de ESO. Y después lo lanzamos la actividad para todo el colegio. En la siguiente diapositiva. Ahí tenéis, ya ampliamos a todo el colegio, EPO, ESO, bachillerato, y ampliamos, no solo se podían hacer cartas solidarias, que algunos las hizo, sino hicimos también tarjetas de agradecimiento, ¿vale? Ahí tenéis algunas de vuestros cursos, de primero, de segundo y de tercero de EPO, de distintos colectivos, ¿vale? Ahí tenéis el ejército, tenéis los maestros, tenéis los cuidadores de ancianos, los sanitarios, la Guardia Civil, los profesores. Intentamos que todas las personas que habían colaborado en la lucha contra el coronavirus pues se vieran reflejadas. Y anuncio ya para los alumnos que estáis en tercero de ESO, que el año que viene estaréis en cuarto de ESO, que será vuestro primer año de voluntariado. Teníamos preparados 10 voluntariados este año y solo se han podido llevar a cabo 2, también por el mismo motivo. Se comenzó de Sol y Vida, ahí tenéis a un alumno de primero de bachillerato que iba a dar de comer a transeúntes, a ancianos que no disponen de otros medios. Tuvo que ser suspendido prácticamente a las 2 o 3 semanas de comenzar, se hace los sábados por la mañana. Y el siguiente es el voluntariado que sí ha tenido un poco de normalidad dentro de la anormalidad. Es el voluntariado del lector, de lectura a ancianos y a personas mayores de la hacienda de la residencia La Torre, que se comenzó haciendo presencialmente, ahí tenéis con Paquiayón y con Middle, y después pues se ha podido continuar de alguna manera a través de audios y a través de vídeos. Es el único voluntariado que prácticamente se ha podido realizar durante los 3 meses. Así que nada, lo dicho al principio, ¿vale? Que ha sido un año un poco extraño, un poco atípico, pero bueno, hemos podido hacer algunas acciones solidarias e invitaros a que las sigáis haciendo durante el verano y retomaremos con fuerza el curso que viene. Muchas gracias a todos por vuestra atención.
Okay, thank you so much, Don Jaime, especially to you for adjusting and adapting the schedule of activities and making the very best of the opportunities for new responsabilidad social activities, new creativity, and of course adapting to the circumstances in order to offer gratitude to those who've kept communities and society moving forwards via our thank you notes.
Thank you, Mr.
We
Wright.
have every pupil who has taken part and stepped forward in order to write those notes and take part in those initiatives has supported not just the school and Don Jaime's initiatives, but also played your part in supporting your local community during this confinement time. So thank you to everybody, and especially Don Jaime. I am sure that Responsabilidad Social will go from strength to strength next year with Don Jaime again. Right, I'm going to now pass over to Ms. Navalas, who I think will conclude our assembly today with a few words wishing you well for the rest of term and, of course, for the summer holiday.
Disculpe, mi Navala, el micro.
Sorry about the mic. I had it off while Mr. Wright and Don Jaime were talking. I was saying good morning to all secondary and bachillerato students. The first thing that I would like to say is that I want to congratulate all of you on the effort made. I know that this situation was difficult for all of us. Now we are more used to using this online platform. I've got to say that all of you, including the teachers, all of us and everybody that has been working online in the school, we are more skillful now. So this is part of our learning process. The students have done a fantastic job, all of you. I thought at the beginning that it was going to be quite difficult, but we managed to teach. You were there, everybody helped. So I'd like to say congratulations to all the students, but also I'd like to say thank you to all the teachers because it's true that they worked really hard, the same as students. And the form teachers, tutores, I have to say that they have worked hard motivating you, being there. So the whole community, okay? So it's very, very important to say thank you to everybody, especially now that we're going to have our holidays, your deserved holidays. And I hope you, I'd like to say congratulations. I know that the results are going to be really good. You will get your report, okay, on Thursday, so you can check that online. And it's been great to continue with the normal routine. I mean, as normal as possible. It was not the same as being in school, because I have to say that all the teachers have told me that they missed you. Me too. We miss all the students. It's not the same. Hopefully we will be back in September, and enjoy summer. Take care and see you in September. Thank you. Mr. Wright, I don't know if you would like to say something to finish.
I don't have anything else to say. Thank you, Ms. Navalas, for your kind words. And of course, a big thank you on behalf of the pupils to all of your tutors. I assume that tutors, of course, are here listening right now too. And so I would just like to add my personal thanks, and on behalf of the pupils, to the wonderful team of tutors that always go the extra mile and do everything they possibly can to care for tutees in the best possible way. It's a unique role, and they do a lot more than simply teaching lessons for your benefit. So thank you to the tutors on behalf of the pupils. Have a wonderful summer holiday, everybody. Thank you, Don Jaime, this morning. Thank you, Ms. Novelas, and everybody who has been listening.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.